No, that's fantastic. Right, off you go.
Okay, hi, good morning everyone. I'm really super nervous. I don't know why, but I am. So, in case you don't know who I am called Nicole, and I teach in CAM and I teach on the art programmes, hence the pun of, the art of asking. So, today I kind of wanted to talk about maybe not about trying to give you strategies on how to teach, but maybe trying to give you strategies on how to approach your day-to-day settings. So, the art of asking. So, oh, what a great start. Oh, there we go. Okay. Right. So I just want you to scan the QR code, and it sounds a little bit vague, but I just want you to kind of start writing on the Jamboard. It should work. Can you just let me know if it doesn't? But I want you to write on the Jamboard, what do you ask for? Now, it could be something super simple like, what do you want for tea? Or it could be something a little bit more professional like support or anything. I just want you to consider, what do you actually ask for? It is working, isn't it? Yeah. Does it need to be overthought? It's just simply, what do you ask for? What do you ask people for? Or what do you ask for in general? Could be like asking your colleagues how the day's gone.
There's common things coming through in all of this.
Okay. Are we ready? Yeah? So what I'm going to do at the end of the session is I'm going to put up the Jamboard just before you leave, so you can kind of look at what people ask for and then see if you've got anything in common with anyone, or it's something that maybe you've not thought of asking for, because that's what we're going to talk about. So then I want to kind of question.
Do a swipe. See the swipe.
Oh, there we go. So the next question is, what is acceptable to ask of someone in a professional setting? It's a bit of a weird question, but I just kind of want you to consider or think about in your brain, in your head, what do you think personally, because everyone is different, everyone has a different opinion, what do you think is acceptable to ask of someone in a professional setting, so in work, yeah? Now, I kind of love this phrase, and it's really old, isn't it? And it's just, if you don't ask, you don't get. And people say it all the time, my parents say it to me, I've heard colleagues say it to each other, friends say it to each other, I say it to people, and it really is that, if you don't ask, you don't get. Now, I just kind of want to talk about how that phrase has helped me through my career, and how it might be able to help you, okay? So, I've just thought about some things that I've asked for throughout a little bit of my life. Obviously, I've asked for so many more things, but I just want to go through them. So the first thing I thought is, I asked Sophia Webster when I was a designer, please can I have some more money? Because I needed it, because I was skint, and I needed that progression in my career, okay? I then I then didn't get the money that I needed, so my path changed, okay? I then asked, please could you consider my application at the University of Cumbria when I decided to start thinking about teaching. I then asked, can I please have some support with my assignment to my tutor Angela, who supported me massively, and if I hadn't have asked for that support, I probably wouldn't have got through a lot of things that I struggled with. Then when I had my lessons, I asked my observers, how could I improve those lessons? Because obviously the question that we ask is the progression. Then, when I applied to the college, I asked, did you receive my application to HR? Because I didn't get a response. And it turned out that actually they hadn't received my application. And if I hadn't have rang, I wouldn't be studying. Okay? I then asked my students continuously, and I'm sure you do too, have you found this project engaging? And that helps me progress as a teacher, because if they haven't, I then know where to adjust. If I don't ask those questions, I don't know how I'm going to move forward. I asked my management, do you think we could try this? And that question has led me to do things in this college that I don't think we've done before. So I've made links and connections with companies that I didn't think was possible. I've also done a few things and events here that, you know, have led through just asking the question, do you think we could try this? And lastly, I always ask my colleagues, what do you think of this? What do you think of this lesson? What do you think of this idea? And again, it's that thought of, if I hadn't have asked that question, their opinions then wouldn't intervene with mine, and my whole lesson or my concept might change. So essentially, asking all these different types of questions drive people to the directions and the paths that they take. Okay. So I just thought it'd be really kind of inspirational to include some quotes that I really like. And the first one is, it is not the answer that enlightens, it's the question. Those questions are thought-provoking, and they are what inspire us to push forward, isn't it? And then the second one is, the art and science of all the questions is the source of all knowledge, which we ask our students to ask questions. How many times do you say to students, ask any questions you want, they're not silly questions? Yeah, we need to acknowledge that ourselves, okay? So what's my point? My point is, if we don't ask the questions, then we're never going to progress as individuals, especially in professional settings. If you're, I bet there's times where you've come up with an idea, or you've thought of something and thought, I don't really know who to ask. I don't really want to ask. I'm frightened of how it will, come out of, how the outcome will be. Ask the questions, because the worst you're going to get is, sorry, I can't help. Maybe ask this person, or sorry, I can't help. Have you tried this? Or no. And there's nothing wrong with a no, because you're going to ask somebody else in the end anyway, aren't you? So I'd just like to finish with saying thank you, and please can I ask you to consider asking more questions? Yes, thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate your support. Has anyone got any questions?
Brilliant. I think it's a good one to remind our learners as well that they need to keep asking. I know you mentioned that at the end, but it's a really important one. If we're doing it, we need the learners to be doing it too.
Yeah.
You're going to bung the Jamboard on?
I'm gonna try.
Cool.
It's touch screen, so I don't know what happens when you become a teacher. It's like you become really rubbish at technology. Because before this, I was actually fine. How do I make that?
I think it's the little waffle, and then Jambo.
Yes. Thank you for that, Chris. Oh, interesting.
Brilliant.
Oh, he put hugs. That's so nice. Yeah. Advice if you're unsure. Have you had a good day? I love that one. Help when you need it. Support from mentors. So that's really nice that a lot of people are asking for the support. So maybe it's that we need to think about questions that, because we already asked for support, clearly, apparently. But maybe it's that we ask the questions to develop our professional settings. So ask maybe your line manager, can we try this? Or ask your colleagues, why don't we have about this instead? Yeah, so it's about kind of maybe that perspective. Ideas, what's for dinner? Yeah, help. Because essentially all these questions, they do help us, don't they? They do follow us on. All right.
I think as well, support in there, that's crucial.
Yeah.
Word as well. Never be afraid to ask for support or advice and guidance. We're here as a team and we marry up, and it's about supporting each other, even the well-established long-term members of staff. Yeah. It's like fresh ideas, and then you build up that rapport and that relationship with your team. Yeah. And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Magic.
Boom, boom.
Right, thanks folks.
Thank you. Thank you.